My first depiction of mental health would be emotional and well-being. It's like there's a negative stigma about having like per se schizophrenia or like depression.
So when I first heard depression, it was kind of like, oh, so-and-so's depressed, or so-and-so's a little bipolar, or something like that. And using it as kind of like a brush-off term rather as something to be like taken seriously, I think.
There were a few members of my family who were mentally ill, but it was not something anyone talked about very concretely.
I actually saw a counselor when I was very young, when I was probably around 10 years old. The school believed that my grades, where they were at the time, was linked to my mental health. You know, when it comes to that stuff, I really don't talk to my family and friends about it, only because I know they're not gonna understand or get it, so.
People don't see you know, the chemical processes or intrusive thoughts or, you know, the things that I do have reasons.
When you're dealing with something like anxiety, what you're often have inside that you're focusing on is like a worst case scenario, sort of the things that you don't like about yourself or that you dread or are not comfortable with. It might be apparent sometimes, it might be something you can just pass off and no one really even notice.
Like, mental illness makes me behave certain ways and interact with people certain ways. Even small stuff like canceling plans last minute, or wanting to do something out of nowhere. Things like that I feel like people without mental illness, or just people who don't understand kind of what mental illness means, when I behave certain ways, they're just you know, what's wrong with you? That's kind of weird, but it's just my mind trying to cope with existing.